everyone, this is your girl SolieSims, and we are finally at part 3, the final collaboration with Techn0babble for the SD Tiny Shell challenge. This house I did, it was from Sea Fairy Day. She submitted houses in all both categories of the 64 tile as well as the 32 tile, and I want to applaud her. Thank you so much for participating in this challenge. And Techn0babble and I were able to finish at least 3 of her houses. Techno did somebody else's house, and I can't wait to see what he's done. I haven't looked at it as yet. I will at the time of doing this voiceover, so I'm really excited to see what he has done. And I do want to send out my sincerest apologies for the build coming out 1 week late. There was so many real life factors coming into play, and it just made it a little bit impossible for the build to come out on the date that it was supposed to, so I do apologize for that. But here it is, and I'm excited to share it with you. Now, Techno, what did I come up with? Techno told me that I had to do this build in a rustic Norwegian theme. I was not familiar with that at all. I am not familiar with it. So I went online and I looked for I looked at some inspiration pics on Pinterest, and it was a lot of natural woods in in the furnishings, as well as the just the decor and the build itself. And I was thinking how I can implement it in this build as well. Now, I initially went with the white wallpaper and the black flooring because I felt that with the white wallpaper it would the white wallpaper would make the room look a little bit bigger and more, you know, open. But in the end, I did change it at the end, guys. You will see that I did go ahead and change it up a bit. I did put a lot of cabinet space in this house, in the kitchen in particular. I think it looks really great with that. I feel that with this space, with it being like a mountain cabin type build, it would be maybe a little bit more chilly than normal, so a lot of tea, etc., tea or coffee, etc., would be drunk. So I had I put up like, you know, just stuff that would reflect that, and then that big milk jug as well, because I figured they'd be having a lot of you know, milk as well, because hot chocolate. And yeah, so this is what I did. The sitting itself is quite small. The sitting area, it is just that one chair. I think the bed should be usable because it does have the one space to allow for use under there. And I'm hoping, I haven't used that that bookshelf that I put up there, the bookcase. I have never used it before, so I'm really hoping that it actually works just as it is there. Like I said, it's the first time that I've used that particular small bookshelf, so I'm hoping that it works well and it just comes together. So when I went back in looking at what I've done compared to what I researched in regards to the type of build that it's supposed to be, the theme, the Norwegian theme, I realized that the majority, while there was some that had just painted walls, the majority of it was really wooden, and I noticed that I was kind of pulling away from a lot of like the rustic type feel. So I tried to implement it in putting in the wood on the paneling for the walls and the floors, but in the end I decided to go with the stone from the outside, as well as dark wood on certain parts of the walls and the inside. And I just feel it made the place seem so much warmer than I had thought that it would have. I thought that with the dark colors it would have been just a little bit too dark and you know, close looking confining, I should say, but it suits it so well. And of course, what is a little space like this without some kind of fireplace? Of course, I would have loved to be able to put the fireplace closer to where the sitting area was, but I didn't want to mess in terms of the mess around with the windows too much. So I just kind of left it like that. I did notice that she did put in a pathway. I just straightened it up a bit and then just incorporated a few little pieces of vegetation just around the area. I did use a few of the debug items, so if you do want to get this build, you would need to do something with the cheats to be able to get the debug items in with your download. I did a pool, not a pool, guys, a fishing hole. So I did put in place a fishing hole. There is still enough backyard space so you can put in stuff like I don't know, if it's an artistic theme, you can put in this little space for painting with the easel, etc. If it's more of an outdoor sims, there is enough space there to put in for like, you know, the outdoor activities with the horseshoes or like a campfire, etc. And then I also put in a little faux garden, as well as the possibility for a real garden in terms of planters. I did put in a couple of planters. I did go in the debug menu. I don't like to search through it whilst I'm recording because it tends to be a very long process and I get frustrated with it. So I just went through to get that pond and then I just zoomed back out. Then I added a few things at the end that it's not in the video, but it's in the screenshots. I added a comfortable bench for sitting near the front entrance of the house underneath the big tree, as well as a table for flower arranging, etc. And well, there's enough space in the back that you can possibly add stuff for outdoor sims. I have a feeling like I said this before, and if I did, I apologize. My mind just went like, you know, completely blank for a little bit, and yeah, so if I did say that before, I apologize. But we're approaching the screenshots right now, and as you can see, there it is, the completed product. And I will be linking, of course, Techn0babble's build link video. Sorry guys, my mind. I will be linking his video in the description box below. Be sure to check it out. I can't wait to see what he does. I'm going to get out there and check it out right now. I'll see you again, guys. Goodbye.